Okay, StarCraft fans, it's been a little while. I have been very busy, but I am back with a couple of outstanding games for you this evening. First up, we're going to Dusk Towers for this match between the red Protoss up top here. We are looking at Un, and down in the bottom we have the blue Protoss. It's a PvP, who'd have thunk it, Burgerslayer. So I'm quite excited by this. Protoss by default is my sort of race of choice in StarCraft 2. So I'm interested to see what these two players are going to come up with. Both of them looking pretty standard here. This Un has gone for an early assimilator. Now, normally if I see a simulator before Gateway as a Protoss player, that makes me think of DTs instantly. Dark Templars, if you're not familiar with them, are cloaked units. And getting Dark Templars out as early as you can be a particularly mean way to win a game. Nobody likes to lose to a DT rush. And a very early gas is one of the signs of that, but only 2 in the gas, so I think I can probably safely rule that out as a possibility. I can't remember who these players are. Well, I know who. I think I've got Conrad and Marley here, but I don't know which way around it is. So we'll see what's going to happen. So Gateway is finishing up for both players. Un dropping a forge, very interesting. Un. And over here, Burgerslayer not dropping anything. Worker there just chilling out. Really, you need to get that side core down as soon as your Gateway finishes. It's a crucial bit of tech for a Protoss. We can see here that Un has got his side core started. No units coming out of here yet, and the blue Protoss Burgerslayer down at the bottom here, floating a fair amount of minerals, so I wonder if he's planning on expanding. Side core is now building. Oh, look, a Zealot. Just hanging there between the Nexus and the Gateway. Another worker just up to nothing. Lazy beggars, some of these workers. You need to... what is this? What is this, Burgerslayer? What is this? Burgerslayer, last time I checked, you don't have a forge. And it's going to take you a long time to research Warp Gate. So why are you building a pylon here? What is this? What's going to come down here, I wonder? Meanwhile, Un does drop the natural expand. Is researching +1, maybe looking for some sort of timing attack, but no Warp Gate. Yeah, it's really crucial you get that Warp Gate started. If you are going to go for a timing attack, Un, you really need to be building some units. Having +1 will not help you. That's interesting. Having +1 won't help you if you don't have units to apply it to. Okay, so Burgerslayer is indeed building a forge at home. Look, the forge, amongst its other functions, allows you to build cannons, and the cannon rush is one of the vilest, cheesiest of all the builds. But this isn't how you do it, Burgerslayer. Typically you have the forge... okay. Are you just going to build a wall of pylons? Well, good. Typically, if you want a cannon rush, you drop a forge first. You drop a very early forge. You throw down a pylon, and you follow it up with a cannon. No real need for 3 pylons. Another option is a Protoss. Once your side core's finished, you can churn out a mothership core from your Nexus. Neither player actually building a mothership core at this stage, but they're a very useful unit. So another option as Protoss is to head across the map, and the mothership core can turn a pylon into a sort of potent cannon for a short time with the photon overcharge function. And you see a lot of that in games where people, especially against Terran, when they've built a wall where you just drop a couple of pylons here. This Zealot is going to have a hard time because a cannon, 2 cannons will definitely zap that Zealot away to nothing. So Un knows what's up. And normally you see this sort of thing at the bottom of your ramp. It's time to start swearing at the person that's done it to you, and blame them, for ruining StarCraft and that sort of thing. And then once you've calmed down, you very sensibly drop a robo and churn out Immortals, because Immortals literally eat cannons. Don't go down there. Definitely don't just hang at the back. No, run quite fast. Ooh, gets away with 15 health. So extra cannons coming down here. I'm not sure what Burgerslayer... Okay. Not sure what Burgerslayer is hoping to achieve. Un is perfectly happy here. He's got an expand up. He can just tack away. Look at the money he's got in the bank. You know, he doesn't really need to move down that ramp for a long time. And by the time he needs to move down there, he could easily have an army that will just squash this. So unless Burgerslayer is going to force the issue, by which, you know, really he needs to turn these into warp gates, start warping in units here. Once those units get up the ramp, these cannons will have high ground vision and can shoot and support. Other than that, it's hard to see how this strategy can be successful. If these units stay up top, they can move into this sort of position. They can clean up a lot of this without getting themselves into any difficulties, really whatsoever. That's a good idea. Send the worker up. You need to kill the worker. Get rid of the high ground vision. No, that's suicide. Yep. So what's happening over here? Warp gate research is finished, but these gateways are not yet being turned into warp gates. Burgerslayer is presumably intent on watching his cannons do work. Oh, what? A lot of people loving this "let's build an expo on the other side of the map" business. Very pleasing indeed. Don't do it, Un. Don't do it. Just don't. No. I like that you've built a couple of cannons here. Those will be, if these cannons ever decide to move, those are going to come in very handy. This oracle needs to be here on the other side of the map doing work in this mineral line. Oracles are a miserable unit in any sort of fight. The only thing they're good at fighting is workers. So get it doing what it should be doing. This stalker, get him in position, helping to take these out. But ultimately, it's the robo facility that you need. Its immortals will just walk through this without any difficulty. Now here it comes, Burgerslayer finally getting around to warping in some units to go with these pylons. If he were to drop a gateway, the warping time would be a lot quicker. And back it up. You don't do that until you're good and ready. Oh sure, no, that won't be nice. Build back to where the cannons are, or fight here. No, don't go down there. Nope. That's it. Run all the way back. So oracles, not very good in a straight up fight. Void rays, on the other hand, pretty excellent at taking out things like cannons. Notice that this cannon is an armoured structure. The void ray that comes out of the Stargate here is... Oh, Mothership Core is going to die. The void ray that comes out of the Stargate, there it is, has the photon overcharge function, which does bonus damage against armoured structures. So a couple of void rays will see off a cannon pretty handily. Oracles pretty much tickle cannons. So unless these oracles, you know, the only way to get value from them is have them on the other side of the map. This large bank that Un is building up is worrying me a little bit. You need to turn that into stuff to come down here and wreck this, and then wreck this to show Burgerslayer what a bad idea it was to build stuff on your side of the map. So more production buildings are required if you want to do that. I'd also like to see some upgrades coming out of this forge. You have money to do it, so get that upgraded. No, not with the... Oh, no. Sentries are... No, don't go down there at all. Just stay up here. Sentry, useful unit. It can force field this ramp. It can stop these units getting up. But it's an expensive unit in terms of gas. And at present, Un doesn't have a lot of gas. He has plenty of minerals, but he's light on gas. This is beginning to look like Burgerslayer is going to get away with this vile treachery. Yeah, and that does make this a sad day for StarCraft. But a good day for Burgerslayer, because after all, he's winning. And, you know, that's important too. Yeah, it's the taking part that counts, but, you know, the winning's nice. I have seldom not enjoyed a game that I've won. And it's certainly harder to enjoy games that you've lost. So the Mothership Core here, don't fight stuff with the Mothership Core. Use these spells. Use the photon overcharge, which is a powerful thing. In a straight up fight, the Mothership Core is reasonably tough early game against something like a single stalker. This was Un just attacking his own building there for a minute. Is that what was happening? Yeah. Okay. I think this is the GG moment, really. Although Un might be thinking it wasn't a good game, though, was it? So might go for a BG or indeed you suck or something, sort of stimming. Do it, Burgerslayer. Move in for the kill. Take out this nexus, take out the other nexus, and this is all over. Look at these cannons lurking. Yeah, cannons with kills. So, what have we learned from this? If your opponent does this type of rush, cannon rush on the low ground, well, stay on the high ground. Make sure none of his units can come up the ramp to give the cannons high ground vision. So have some units positioned at the top that can take out a worker or anything that comes up. Potentially even a cannon up here to help with that. Sentries, very useful. One force field will block this ramp completely. So, sentries with energy can just force field that ramp, keep his units down on the low ground all day long. And then, especially when you have a backup base like this, what you need to be doing is churn out something like an oracle that's quick, can go around the cannons to the other side of the map, do some work on your opponent's economy while he's busy spending money on cannons. Cannons can't walk, they can't move, so any money that he's invested on cannons down here is basically wasted money. There's the GG. So yeah, it certainly is cheese, and you should be sorry. Yeah, that cheese though. Well played, Oon. Well played, Burgerslayer. Indeed. Yes, you are. Very nice. So, all friendly stuff here. But yeah, that's the way to beat that type of aggression. Fly around it, do some hurt on the other side of the map to their economy. Make sure that any investment they've made here, look, this is 1,000 minerals, isn't it? 1, 2, 300 and 450, 750 minerals. Yeah. That's an awful lot of money invested in that. So use that against your opponent. Sit back on your two bases, make sure they can't get up the ramp, and just tech up like a fiend. You haven't spent money on this stuff, so you can just out-tech them basically, so that when you come down the ramp with, say, Colossus, with Immortals, you just walk through this stuff like it isn't there, and then they're in all sorts of trouble. Yeah, it's a learning experience for everyone involved. So here is our victor. Burgerslayer has indeed slayed the burger that was Oon, and is now just mopping up buildings. Oon GG'd, but is now refusing to leave the game. Good work. Yeah, not bad. A bit of cannon rushing going on there. As I say, it's a strategy that you should definitely, as a StarCraft player, be aware of. Some players practice it a lot and are remarkably good at doing it, remarkably good at getting a worker in, keeping a worker alive while it drops pylons, choosing placements to drop pylons. If you get a worker across here early enough, you drop it down in this sort of area. You'd be amazed at how many players don't scout their own base, and by the first they find out that they're being cannon rushed is when a cannon opens fire on one of their buildings, and they then come across to investigate to find out that you've already got 3 cannons or something. So definitely be aware of it as a strat. If you do want to do it as a strat, you need to open with the forge. I've even seen players build the forge on the other side of the map, so literally start of the game, send a worker across the map, drop a pylon and a forge next to it, for the kind of quickest possible cannons in your opponent's base. It's not a build that I particularly like, but it's a legitimate build. So, be aware of it. It's out there. Know how to beat it. GG, very nice. I'm going to go straight into game 2, but I will put that in a separate video. So I'll be right back.